Hello guys and welcome to today's video. Well, today we are going to do another Q&A video on the BMW 1 Series. This one is a little bit a smaller one since I only got 10 questions in. I know I said that everyone can only post one question because there were some people who posted more and more questions, and then after a while it was impossible to answer them all. But now we have 10, which is a good healthy amount. So I'm going to start with the oldest question first, and that's from Mr. Stefan 2905. Do you think the facelift model looks better or worse than the pre-facelift F20? Very good question. So it depends if the car has an amp package or not, in my opinion, because I think the facelift without an amp package looks better than the non-facelift without an amp package. So that's pretty clear for me. But when they both have an amp package, I'm not 100% sure which one I actually like the most. I think it depends on how they are tuned. But one day I could say I like the facelift more, and then one day I could say I like the pre-facelift more. They are so close, to my personal taste. I actually do like them both. The only thing that I like more on the 1 Series, the pre-facelift with the amp package, is the more aggressive front bumper. I know my car is very filthy at the moment, but I like, this one has a splitter, but you can still see what I mean, and the pre-facelift lacks this. But I actually do like, let me see if I can point the camera, the very aggressive pointness in the M bumpers. Like, this is still an original M bumper shape. I like that more on the pre-facelift. On the other one, it's more rounded. It's more like a round shape. Here it's more angular, and it feels more aggressive to me. So that's actually something that I like more on the pre-facelift. But nonetheless, oh dear, the wind is getting hefty. Let me angle everything straight up again. Yeah, it's a shame working with tripods. But yeah, at the end of the day, I think they're pretty evenly, and I would like to own any of them. So without an amp package, the facelift looks better. With an amp package, I'd say they're about equal, but maybe this one just a tenth of a percent more. I don't know, man. Maybe if I shot this video tomorrow, then I would say that I like the facelift. It's like super close. I really do like the both. Okay, the next question is from Simon Delgat. Will you ever change your seats? Well, I actually already have done that. I swapped my interior for an M interior, and these seats already hug you way better. When you're driving fast, you can feel they support you way better as original seats. So I actually already have changed my seats, and if you want to have a look at that, I'll show you real quickly. Not sure if I have a key on me. I do. But I actually already have changed the seats for the M seat. So as you can see, they are with the blue stitching. The shape is very similar to the non-M package, but they have some extra options, and they support you better while you are driving very heavy at corners. But yeah, so yeah, I actually already have changed the seats. The next question is from Mano Productions. Would you ever consider buying an F2021 125i, and if not, why so? Probably not, and I have a few reasons for it. There's nothing wrong with the 125i, really nothing. I mean, if someone would say, you know what, you want to trade my 125 for your 140, I would say absolutely. But I wouldn't, get it because of this car. And let me explain it a little bit better. So the pre-facelift models have the N20 engine, and stock they produce around even a little bit less horsepower than this car with the stage 1 tune. And with the stage 1 tune, the 125i produces around 260 270-ish horsepower. So in real life, that car with the stage 1 tune only has 30 to 40, no, let's say 40 50-ish more horsepower than this car. And it also is, I think, a little bit heavier because it's a bigger engine, but don't count my words on that, I'm not 100% sure on that. So in real life, yeah, a 125i is faster, but not that noticeable faster to really buy a whole new car for it. Because I can still, gain a few extra horses out of this car. I can do a downpipe, an intercooler, push pipe, charge pipe, and I would produce around 250-ish horsepower, and then there would be almost no difference anymore between this and a 125i. So in my opinion, it's not worth the upgrade. Also, a 125i is not that widely available, and also there is 125i that I would buy if I had to, and that is the facelift 125i, because that one has a B48 engine, and with the stage 1 tune they produce around 310 horsepower, so they are pretty decently fast. They are almost as fast, I think, as a pre-facelift 135i, so that's a good thing. The only problem is they are produced from 2017, 18 and 19, and the thing is those cars are only 2-3 years old and the prices are still pretty high. So if you want one with an amp package, of course, still the prices are very similar to a pre-facelift 135i. And with all due respect, but if I can pick a 135i pre-facelift or 125i facelift, and I know that both stage 1 tuned, the pre-facelift 135i still produces 80 to 90 more horsepower, then my choice is made very, very quickly. And that's also, the 135i is also a main reason why I wouldn't get a 125i, because the 135i is not that much more expensive, and you have a 6-cylinder, and you have stock an even higher horsepower output than a 125i with a stage 1 tune. And if you tune a 135i or 140i from stage 1, you're pushing around 400 horsepower, which is a lot more than the 270 or 300 from the car that you have. My girlfriend is there looking at me very awkwardly. I hate people. But yeah. So yeah, the 135i I would say is more value for your money. So that's why I wouldn't get a 125i. I mean, I have nothing against the car, but the 135i is more value for the money and also more epic. So yeah, I wouldn't get one, but there's nothing wrong with the car. If you have one, you have a cool epic car. So yeah. Next question. I have to refresh again. Why BMW and not Audi buying wheels so far? Well, I actually had an Audi as my first car. It was an Audi A3 from 1979, and it was a very good car, but it was nothing special. And then after 2 years, I mean, it was actually my mom's old car, and I got to drive it, and then she said you can keep it because the trading value was stupidly low because it was a high mileage car, which was 18 years old, and it was an old diesel, and with the diesel stuff happening here in Europe, all that bullshit. That's really why I got it. But after 2 years, I got the best of it because how I drive. And then we got my previous car, the E87 1 Series. So I had a budget around 7,000-8,000 euro, and so I saw I could buy a hatchback from 2007-ish, from that year. But the 1 Series, was actually my favorite car of that area of hatchback. So I think it looked the best from all the cars that were available back then. So that's when I got a 1 Series. I wasn't especially BMW minded, but I also had a friend who had a rear-wheel driven car, and he explained to me that rear-wheel drive is still fun to drive, and then he said the 1 Series also rear-wheel drive. So that was actually my my first connection with BMW, as to say. And then I got my previous 1 Series, and I really, loved it. It drove very, very nice in the corners. But then I started to meet BMW people, go to meetings from BMW, see groups of them, and then I really started to get connected with the BMW ecosystem. So yeah, that's why I also got this car after all, and yeah, it just happened, because with buying a BMW, I became a BMW fan. It's not that I dislike Audi, not at all. I think they make epic looking cars. Like an Audi RS3 hatchback is one of my favorite hot hatchbacks ever made. But still, an Audi RS3 or Audi RS models, especially the old ones, they were good in a straight line, but once you threw a corner at them, you just had understeer. And the BMW is not always about straight line speed, but about having fun while driving and cornering and braking, and that's why I also prefer BMW, because they are just more fun to drive. They're not especially faster, because the latest RS3 smokes the latest 135i, even smokes an M2. So yeah, so that's why I just prefer BMW a little bit more, because it's more a driver's car, and I just I like driving. It's starting to rain. Serious? But yeah, I still love Audi. BMW just has a more special place in my heart. So the next question is from El Papagai. What do you think about cutting a hole in the normal bumper to fit a duplex exhaust in it? Do you know something about it? Well, I have seen people doing it. So what they do is, this bumper is in 2 pieces. So we have this part and then the diffuser, and that's very handy. So you can easily install another diffuser on your stock M bumper, double exhaust or single exhaust, or they even make ones for 4 exhaust tips. So that's really handy. But indeed, the normal bumper on the 1 Series only has 1 hole around here, and that bumper is 1 piece, so you can't really replace anything. But I have seen people cutting it, and that actually looks very, very nice if it's done right. So I would, it's possible, but I would do someone who knows what they're doing and who can do it nicely. So yeah, you can also make another hole over here then. What I would do, just to make it a little bit better, they have like a piece, with a trim in them. I would paint that black, and it will give a better look. I've seen it on Facebook, but I can't really, I don't know anymore who did it, but it looked nice. So cutting another hole in there and painting the small piece black, where there's a line in the bumper, you should paint that black. That will not create an M look, but it will create a more aggressive look, and you don't have to change the bumper. So yeah, it's possible, and it will look nice. So yeah, it's definitely an option that you can do if you don't want to do an M bumper swap. Okay, so the next question is from Fox Gaming. M2 or M4? Good one. Very good question. I think purely driver's excitement, I would pick an M2. But the thing is, on the second-hand market, an M2 and an M4 are really very close price-wise, and the M4 with the S55 engine has way more tuning potential than an N55. If you tune an M4 just with a downpipe and intake, exhaust, stuff like that, you are looking at 550-ish horsepower, and that's quite a lot. If you do that with an M2, you are luckily looking at 430, 440 horsepower. So really, to be honest, straight line cruising autobahn, I would get an M4. If it's for a little bit more nimble driving, I think I would get an M2. But knowing, that I can have a hell of a blast in a 114i with 225 horsepower, I think personally, and also consider the looks, I think I would get an M2. I really think. And a lot of you will probably thinking, well, get the M2 competition because that car has the same engine as the M4, so you can also tune that. True. There's only two problems with them. The price, they're still 10,000 euro more expensive than the M2. And also in Europe, most of you probably don't know that, but they changed regulations of how they calculate how much a car pollutes. And pollution of cars is calculated differently, and because it's calculated differently and more realistic, what's the problem? Well, the M2 competition on paper pollutes a lot more than normal M2, so you get taxed a lot more, and you get taxed another 3,000 euro above that 10,000 euro price difference. So we are looking at a 14,000 euro price difference. So really, that's a lot of car, and I can get a 130i for that price difference. Seriously, I'd rather get a normal M2 and a 130i than just an M2 competition for the same money. Just my, cup of tea. But yeah, that's, I think I would still get the M2. The M4 actually doesn't have that problem because it's only cars built in 2018 and later, so you just get a 2017 model and you're done. You don't have that Europe bullshit, and you also don't have that OPF filter which sucks away power and noise. So yeah, I think I'll just get a nice 2016-17 M2 for around 40,000 euro and have a lot of fun with it. So I think that would be my cup of tea. Yeah. Okay, so the next question is from Daniel Bekarovsky. If I say it wrong, sorry. Is the M13 a reliable and strong engine and capable for big power when you're planning to go stage 2? Yes and no. It depends on how you maintain it. If you don't warm up your engine good, you don't do regular oil changes, and you don't let your turbo cool down after a run, then no, it's not actually a good tunable engine, but you will destroy any engine with doing that. But yeah, it's a capable engine if you do these three things. Drive it nice and warm before you floor it. Do oil change every 10,000 kilometers. And after a hard drive, let your turbo cool down for at least a minute or two before you turn off the engine. Those are very important things that you gotta do. If you do those things, then normally I can guarantee you normally the car should be fine. And what do you call big power? Well, I hear a lot of people say that they are fine on stock internals to around 250-ish horsepower. So I'm running now 225, which is still a healthy step under that limit. Maybe I'm going closer to that limit. But yeah, I would say if you get an M13 engine and you want to keep it reliable, just 250-ish, which I would say is the maximum that you can get out of it. And also, it went again, the question. And also, when are you going to planning to go stage 2? Well, probably I'm going to do the intercooler first, because I want to do some track days. But when it's summer, I want to keep the car capable of staying cool. So probably first going to do an intercooler, but that's already one of the two mods you need for going stage 2. And then I'm not 100% sure when I will add the downpipe, maybe later this year. Because I have some other modifications that I also want to do. I first want to finish the interior. I want to do an Android screen because I actually got that question quite a lot. I'm going to do the Android screen probably in July of August. But yeah, that's around it actually. So stage 2 probably maybe this summer, or otherwise September, October. Not sure, not 100% sure. September is still in the summer anyway, so yeah. Down, and then the next question is typical sports downpipe stage 2. So I actually just already answered that question, so yeah, it's by typical sports. So it's around the same question. Like I said, downpipe maybe September, October, stage 2, same story. Next question is JB. Why don't you get a hybrid turbo? It's great value for money in regards of horsepower, 500 euro and like 1500 horsepower extra, and you have done much more expensive. Cheers. Well, it's very simple. I've heard that if you do turbo upgrades on this car, you will get 280, 300 horsepower, but then your stock internals can give up after a short while. And I really like to drive this car very hard, so I don't want it to be on the very limits of its engine capability, because what will happen after a few weeks or days. I will start driving and suddenly I will hear a big boom and my hood will be dented, and if I open the hood, then I will find a piston somewhere in a lot of pieces on the ground and over the engine bay, and I just don't want to do that, because I would say always tuning your engine to the max of its capability is not a good thing to do. Yeah, you can do a turbo upgrade, and with the other modifications I can get 300 horsepower out of that car, but it's my daily driver and it's my only car, so I wanted to keep at least a little bit reliable. So I'm not going to do the turbo upgrade because I don't think the engine will last very long. I mean, a lot of people even say with just stage 1 tune you're already warming it. That's only if you treat it not right. Yeah, I would say turbo upgrade, if you don't mind blowing up an engine or two, then yeah, you can do it, but I just don't trust it. I just really don't trust it with this engine. I like to stay with the downpipe and an intercooler, and then do some charge pipe, boost pipe, divert valve thingies, and stay around 240, 250 and just let it be, because I think the engine will blow rather sooner than later if you add a turbo on that. So that's why I'm not going to do that. So the next question is, and that's actually the last one, is from transaction 2005. I have a quick question. Oh, it refreshed again. I have a quick question on my F2118i. I want to learn how to recharge my AC with R134A. Well, to be honest, I have no clue about that. I have never had to refill my air conditioning yet, and if I had to do it, I just go to my garage Hans van Doning, and he does it for a very decent price. I know you need a special machine for that, but just to be honest, I actually have no clue how you have to refill an airco on this car or on any car, so I can't really help you with that. I'm sorry. Yeah, this was the last question actually. So guys, I would say thanks for watching, and see you guys very soon for another video. Bye.